Hi everyone, my name is Daniela Ramirez. Today I'm going to talk about literature. Have you ever talked about what are those stories you tell your friends, or those texts you read daily, or when you only express or read the ideas of others? All this is literature. So, the literature is an artistic expression by words or orally. The literature expresses feelings, emotions, thoughts, and opinions of the human. In conclusion, the feeling of the author of life itself. Literature is usually divided into three groups called literary genres. First, the lyric. In this we can find the poems. Then the narrative. In this we can find the tales and novels. And finally, the theater. In this we can find the comedy and tragedy. Today we will see 8 works that we worked in the English class. First, the comic is a graphic and visual history. The comic can be with or without text. One characteristic is much color. Some examples are Mafalda and Condorito. My comic is about a boy that reflects on some situation in society, such as beauty, taxes, among others. Then we can find the myth. Is characterized by being a story that seeks to give an explanation of a fact and phenomenon. Usually the characters are good, heroes, and fantastic characters. I wrote about how my world would be like if I create it. The name is A Bit of Daniela's World. I tell you some of this. The world have 10 moons. I could to have everything in my hands. When I'm bored, I create strange things. How lizards, the oceans are red. In the night, the sky it will have an extraordinary combination of colors, among others. After we can find the legend. Is a story of natural, supernatural, or also a mixture of the two. It's passed from generation to generation. Usually comes from traditions we can find in towns. I wrote about an unusual house on the 9th Street. I tell you some of this. It was a dark house, which for some reason caught my attention. One day I decided to knock the door. She leaned out the window and smiled at me. I cut me out at me. The plants grew and ended up killing me little by little, and I could only see that silver rose. Okay, then we can find the fable. Is a children's story about magical and imaginary animals, lands, names, among others. This leaves a teaching. Is a fantastic tales. In the image, we see different characters of an important author, Rafael Pombo, such as the poor old lady, Simon the Fool. I wrote about 2 friends, a fox and a lamb, and a strange bait. The name is the Pink Lake. I tell you some of this. A fox, a lamb, who upon hearing rumors that strange creatures lived in the Pink Lake, went to check it and only saw a penguin. The penguin seemed to have nothing. They didn't know it, but the penguin was bait. The 2 friends got so close to the lake that a hug based to talk at them and left no trace of them. They they woke up. The teaching is the curiosity can be deceptive or use bait for a tragic ending. We have to be forewarned. After we can find the biography. These are about the life of a person. This has a chronological order, are true events. The biography is written in third person. In the biography, I wrote about my father. This is so long, but I will tell you just a little bit. His name is Daniel Ramirez. He was born on November 20, 1944 in Moniquira. His mother was Mercedes Fajardo and his father was Ovelio Ramirez. His childhood was somewhat complicated. At the age of 12, he began an adventure. He went to Bogota to study. At first it was difficult, but nothing stopped him from achieving his goals. Little by little, he became an industrial mechanic and other technologies. He also helped people with different knowledge for make them feel better about themselves. Today, at 63 years old, he is happy and he usually tells us his stories. Then we can find the autobiography. This written in first person, this not have chronological order, are true events. I wrote about my short and emotional autobiography. I will tell you just a little bit of this. My name is Daniela Ramirez. I am 15 years old. I was born on September 4th, 24 in Bogota. My mom is Jacqueline and my father Daniel. When I was little, I was very curious. I liked to see new things. I loved to travel. I did my primary from 2010 to 2015. Then I started my high school and the Villamar school, and today I attend grade course. Okay, after we can find the calligram. It's a visual poetry. The ideas create an image with a poem. Is an unusual form for a poems that catches the reader's attention. For example, I create a hair with a poem about the love. I will tell you some of him. I wrote about as a passion. It helps you to grow. Wait. It doesn't hurt you. It supports everything. Fight. Finally, we can find the nonlinear and dashed text. These are the texts that they have the information represented in charts or graph, tables, diagrams, maps, forms, or image. I create two posters about the COVID-19. One is the different precautions, such as wash your hands, social distancing, disinfection area, among others. The other is about a situation that occurred at the beginning of the quarantine. Then we can find a graph of COVID-19 in Bogota. People infected are 214,000. People recovered are 156,000 and people dead are 5,544. They taken on September 2. That's all. Thanks for listening.